Hey guys, so in today's video we're going to talk about vector addition, subtraction, and scalar multiplication. And so what we have here is we just have our basic formulas for a vector. We've got a vector u, we've got a vector v, and we have k, which is a constant. So vector u equals u1 and u2, and that just shows the direction of the vector. Then v is v1 and v2. And so now let's figure out what would u plus v look like. Here we're adding the two vectors. And really, it's almost exactly what you would think. It's going to be u1 plus v1, comma, u2 plus v2. And that's it. And let me make this look more like a v. There we go. And now let's try u minus v. It's going to follow the same pattern. It's going to be exactly what you think. It's going to be u1 minus v1, and then u2 minus v2. That's not too bad. And then also, scalar multiplication is another one that is pretty much what you would think. So we have some constant k, and we're multiplying by a vector u. It's going to be, the new components of the vector are going to be ku1 and ku2. It's almost like you're distributing the k out. So now let's do some examples here. Let's make up a vector. We'll have vector u equals 5, 7. And vector v equals, we'll say 3, 6. So let's figure out what is u plus v. We're just adding these vectors up right here. Well, we're going to take, we know it's going to be u1 minus plus v1, which is 5 plus 3. That's going to be the x component. Then we're going to have u2 plus v2, which is going to be 7 plus 6. And that's the y component. So then if we simplify that, we get that u plus v equals 8, 13. And that would be the vector. And now let's try u minus v. And now we're just going to subtract the two numbers. So we're going to do 5 minus 3. That's going to be our x component. And then our y component is going to be 7 minus 6. So our answer is then 2, 1. And that would be u minus v. And then finally, let's do like a tougher example. Let's say we have, what if we have 3u plus 2v? So now this is going to combine everything we've done so far. We've got some addition, we've got some scalar multiplication with these coefficients out front. So first thing, I'm going to figure out what 3u is. So we're going to have 3 times the vector 5, 7. Then we're going to be adding 2 times the vector 3, 6. Okay, and now like we talked about earlier, you can kind of see it as distribution. We're going to distribute this 3 here. We're also going to distribute the 3 there. So we're going to be left with 15, because that's 3 times 5, plus 21, 3 times 7. Then we're going to be adding. Now we're going to do the same thing with this 2, distributing it out. 2 times 3 is 6. Plus 2 times 6 is 12. Okay, now we just have these two vectors that we're working with, and now we can just add them up just like we did here. So we're going to take the x components and add them up. So we're going to get 15 plus 6. Then we're going to get 21 plus 12. Then, so let's see what that's going to equal. We're going to get 21 as the x component and 33 as the y. So this means that 3u plus 2v equals this new vector of 21 and 33. So I hope this was able to help. If you can memorize these right here, these formulas, you'll be able to do any of them. So let me know if you have any questions. I hope this was able to help, guys.